Hey fam, good morning. I hope you are well. I hope you slept well. And today I'm going to show you the stretches I do when I wake up in the morning. And I start working into my spine, my hamstrings, my lower back. Nothing too intense, just something easy to help you get ready for your day. So all you need is a fun attitude and maybe a wall or a pillow to hold and twist into. So let's get to it. Nothing too complicated. We will start with a forward fold. When I say forward fold, bend your knees, drape into it, fall into it. Just, lean down. You can ragdoll side to side. You can move around. This is a wonderful place to start to work into your lower back. You can bend one leg, bend into the other leg. And one of the benefits of taking a forward fold first thing in the morning is you have a lot of cerebral spinal fluid. I'm definitely not saying that right, but the fluid that builds up in your brain and a lot of dead cells in your brain cells, dead brain cells. Clearly, I need this today. A lot of dead brain cells. Oh, but by the way, move your hand side to side. As you can see, I'm just exploring, opening up the lower back. So you have a lot of dead brain cells that, you know, come down your spine into your stomach. And bending down helps gravity pull everything a little easier. So it's really nice to start your day with working with gravity instead of working against it, right? So move around, move your back. Like you can see, I'm gently moving my knees, pressing them around using my fingers. If you can't reach the ground, it's totally fine. You can do this with your hands on your knees, your elbows on your knees. You can put blocks, you can have books, you can have pretty much anything. And just bend into it, work into it. Move the hips around. It should feel quite interesting if you have some kind of movement practice because the body starts to wake up. And then tuck your chin, roll up your spine, and just move around. Notice how that feels. It's one of those interesting ideas where you don't have to do too much, and it's just that little bit of movement starts to wake the body up. All right, let's get into the side body. So I like to take my legs out like I'm going into kind of like a goddess pose. And placing my hands on top of my knees, I like to press one hand and twist and look over the shoulder, and then press into the other hand and twist and look over the other shoulder. And just go a few times, twisting the spine, looking. You can press the legs away, you can press the spine further into one side. I mean, you can't technically press the spine, but you're kind of working into your side body, you're trying to work into your QLs, you're trying to find an interesting place to place your breath. Now take one hand. So I'm going to place my right hand, or you can place your left, it doesn't matter. And we work in and open your legs out a bit, turn the toes to the place that your hand is, and just lift the other hand, press the wall. Like imagine there's a wall somewhere here, and like you're pressing a wall away, and your opposing toes are pressing away. And you turn your chest to the sky. So you're opening your chest, twisting it, and then you drop the hand down, turn your toes to the other side, place one hand on the knee, and press the wall away again as you inhale. And then exhale, dropping the hand down. So we're going to add the breath into this one. So inhale, open, twist, find length. Exhale, drop the hand, move to the other side. Inhale, twist, find length. Exhale, move the other way. Inhale, open, twist the spine. Exhale, come down, go to the other side last time. Inhale, twist. Exhale, let that go. You can have the legs in the center, so you have this little bit of this horse stance, and then you can just sway the spine side to side. Try to do less. Think of this like a little dance. You're pressing into one foot, and the hip starts to pull, and then you press into the other foot, and the hip starts to pull, and the shoulders and neck are nice and loose. You're swaying, you're grooving, you're moving, and you're loosening up the sides of the spine in a very easy and effective manner. You're not doing too much, just letting your neck move, letting everything just sway. And then come out of it. This is a nice way to kind of wake up the legs and also get the spine and shoulders into the equation. And find a wall or a pillar or a friend and have your back to the wall. So, and just a heads up, if you have any issues with your lower back or with your knees, I recommend just check with the doctor before doing this. But otherwise, if everything's okay, let's go for it. Have your knees bent. So have your knees bent. Press the knees forward, so the hips and the knees are going forward. I'm twisting over my left side, so my left hand is reaching for the wall, or for me it's a pillar, and my knees and hip are pressing forward. So as you can see, it's like a cross diagonal stretch. I feel it from my right toe. So the twist is not coming from my knee. The twist is coming from the hip and the spine. And then you can work into it. Your right hand can be on your chest, it can be on your stomach, it can be anywhere to support you and give you a bit of leverage, give you a point to kind of work into. And then if you like, you can switch sides. You can take your knees forward, bend them, take your right hand behind you, and then a twist. So I always like to think, I always like to visualize that I have a tail, like a monkey tail, going back, and I'm trying to look at my monkey tail. So I'm trying to say hi to it. Again, if you don't want to look at your imaginary tail, you can maybe try and look at the heel that's behind you. So notice how that feels. And then you can switch sides, maybe bending the knees a bit more. If you want to take your legs a little further away from the wall, that's a wonderful place to be, because you get way more space to turn into. And this is a stretch I do at the airports as well when I'm waiting for my flights. I find a wall and I'm just, moving. So as you can see, my legs are wide and I'm adding a bit of movement to my hips. So I'm not static in any way. And don't forget to breathe, like nice deep breaths, moving to the other side. Again, my legs are a bit away. I'm pressing my hips. I'm also squeezing my glutes a bit. If you want to take your hand and maybe check if your glutes are active. And make sure the knees are not turning out. The knees are going forward. So you're twisting in the spine. You're twisting with the knees. Maybe one more time. This is the last variation of sorts. Like walk the feet further out. And then maybe take the hands. Maybe the other hand goes back if you have the space. It doesn't have to. Again, it's just a place that I like to explore. Like I mentioned, this is how I kind of wake up in the morning. Usually my hips are pretty tight. So whenever I work into my hips, and then the next morning I am stuck all over again. So I got tired hips, and whenever I stretch the previous day and I wake up in the morning the next day, all my gains are gone. I gotta like open it all over again. It's just part of being a yogi, part of being alive. Last side, switch. Maybe the feet are still forward. You're trying to take the left hand further back, open up something in the side body. Notice if there's more territory, if there's more space. Maybe you twist a bit more, maybe you press a bit more. So I'm feeling the stretch from my left toes coming up my psoas, into my side body, into the shoulder. And I'm even feeling it in the neck and the top of my head. So move into spaces that interest you and then come out of it. Move around, maybe feel something in the shoulder. Again, there's a lot more other stretches you could do if your body's asking you for it. These are just the things that I like to do first thing as I wake up. And if I go through every body part, this is going to be a very long class. So today I'm focusing on the lower back and the spine. There's a lot of other classes in my wheelhouse that I've put out where you can get more stretches. Let's take the last one. We come back to the forward fold. This time you can bend the knees to start with, try to get your chest down. Notice if you can go a bit further. I definitely can. I feel like my lower back is opened up. Maybe you start to lengthen the hamstrings. Maybe you fall down a bit more. If you have a wardrobe malfunction, now is a good time to adjust it. And find your breath, find your forward fold. Maybe the hamstrings are a bit more activated. Press your toes into the ground, press your hips back. Again, you can do this with hands on something, hands on a chair, hands on a couch, whatever feels interesting for you. Just notice, can you feel the lower back let go? Can you bounce around, maybe to your left, maybe to your right? Maybe you twist over one leg, maybe looking behind you. Actually, let's do that. Take the legs a bit wider. Last stretch for our morning routine. And then you twist over the left leg. You twist over the right. As you can see, there's a lot of twisting. If you want to be kung fu about it, like you swing down and then you twist, and then you swing down and you twist. So working into interesting places, working into interesting stretches and sensations. Last time each side. And then tuck. Actually, before you do that, just fall down. Notice if you have more space for a breath or two. And then tuck your chin, roll yourself up, and come back to a stance. So, one of the good things about stretching in this way is you get a lot of time to wake up. You're not in a rush. Your body has time to move. Your body has time to open up new spaces, and the spine has a lot of time to kind of grease up, if that's the best word I can think of this morning. You're not rushing through anything, so the chances of injury is very low. And moving the spine in 6 different directions, forward, back, twisting, side to side, it keeps the spine healthy. And we didn't do too much of back bends, because I feel first thing in the morning it's nice to do a little more twisty vibe, and once the body starts waking up you can add more back bends. But if you have more stretches and if there's more stuff you want to do, go for it. You're warm, you're flexible, and you have all the space in the world. If you have a practice that's lined up, go for it. Or if you have to go to work, have a wonderful day. So thanks for practicing. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know how it went for you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.